Here's an exclusive chat, as promised, with none other than Vedanta chairman Anil Agarwal, who lays out the roadmap for the company, says there is no debt-related concerns for the group, talks about the big semiconductor opportunity, and expects commodity prices to go higher.
One thing is for sure, the whole world looking China+. And they don't find better place than India. Manufacturing is very, very important for any country to grow. And this is a golden opportunity for us, so we can have the massive manufacturing. And people love Indian people. People love because we can consume what they produce and we can export also. The cost of people are literally lowest in the world. Productivity is very high. We have to keep improving to make sure land reform is a big thing, which I have also given a suggestion that people want to sell the land. All our land is digital. Sadbara has been done on digital. How can we develop some portal where somebody put in a bid for the particular plot of land, and if the buyer accepts that price, with the price, the land is his. You don't have to go through those documentation. I suggested this to Commerce Minister Gina, and she was very happy. Number two, they talk about the bureaucracy. Bureaucracy, today's new bureaucracies are very, very cooperative and very important that they are understanding how important to remaining very positive. Benefit of doubt to be given to the entrepreneur. And I have no doubt this thing will take our country forward. For us, three things is very important. As far as I'm concerned, number one is a natural resource. No country can remain a stable country unless the 50% their resources should be developed by their own. Like oil, we only produce 15%. I'm literally a geologist. I can see we have a sweet crude. We are one of the best crude. So we have to produce 50% of our oil and gas. We produce only $10. All in cost is $10. I'm looking forward whereby lots of companies come to India, so they find the opportunity here and start producing oil and gas. Our local entrepreneurs should also do it. It's very, very important. Same thing with the gold. Same thing with the copper. So these are the natural resources which will reduce our import bill. We can use that money for development of our country.
I understand you are eyeing opportunities in very high value-added electronics / semiconductors as well. So we will talk about it. But I must ask you, Mr. Agarwal, we've been hearing about it and reading about it all around a lot. So I would urge you and request you to put, once and for all, record straight. What is this issue of, debt at the group level, which is rising again and again at the parent level or at the company level? Can you just help us understand where does the situation stand right now?
There is absolutely, with our peer, we have a less debt. We have a better profitability. We are literally lowest cost of producer, and we produce something, there is no competition. This is, if you look at, we have raised $35 billion because I was not being recognized. I came to London 20 years back, 24 years back, and in 88, 89, and I raised this fund, $35 billion in 2003 onwards, and put in all the money there. The money left to be paid because we put in all the money into the Vedanta to make a largest oil company, zinc company, aluminum company, copper company, and you will practically we put $80 billion cash to develop this asset. It can only come with a determination. The total debt in the company is $12 billion. whether Vedanta Limited or Vedanta Resources. Vedanta Resources today have $6.4 billion. Against that, they have a massive asset, which is 70% of Vedanta Limited. They have a Kankola copper mine, which is one of the largest copper deposit. They have a renewable, they have a transmission, they have optical fiber, so many assets they have enough money available to service that. And we are very, very comfortable, never ever been anything happen, but sometime is a market. People do the short selling, people do various things, and it is very important that we should be mature. We have to make sure our country become a developed country.
That's a very important clarification you made, that all your current debt is being serviced well on time. There is no reason to be any worried, and it is asset backed. And whatever little nervousness keeps happening time to time, it has got to do with market kind of function or some short selling. But on the fundamental side, debt is not an issue, neither at the company level nor at the parent level. That's a very important clarification you told us. Sir, I would also want to understand from you, after all, though I was telling my colleague that even if you may be in commodity-led business, but you understand commodities so well, you've been in it more than 3-4 decades. You can ride through the commodities. But fact of the matter is that the demand scenario right now globally is slightly on the weaker side. What are your thoughts on the main commodities you operate in, the pricing scenario, or even the demand volume scenario? How are you reading into it?
I'm very bullish because no new mines are coming. Even all the technology, they need 5 times more metal than what they used to need. We all are working on reducing the carbon. In fact, the report has come where we have been seen in the worldwide. We are one of the best to use the renewable energy. So demand is not going to come down. I'm very bullish on every commodity, whether it's a silver, copper is going to be very, very important metal, aluminum, zinc, silver, these commodities going to go very high, steel, iron ore. This will lead China progress with that. This will lead us because we are net huge importer, and prices comes, price goes down. It's a lot of on the geopolitical situation, a lot of different factor work, but I have a strong feeling where the prices will move up around 25% more where it is today.
Excellent. That's a very bold statement. Mr. Agarwal, you have electronic and semiconductor ambitions. You've spoken with us earlier, and you see that India can be a base for semiconductor manufacturing as well. There have been some confusion around whether it's happening at your promoter level, unlisted side company, or in the listed company Vedanta. And today we are talking this at a time when apparently there is another semiconductor related policy announcement which is being spoken about from New Delhi. What would it take for India to be successful in semiconductor manufacturing, and what would how is Vedanta eyeing these opportunities here?
See, nobody wants in the world India to be a developed country. These products, like the way we are taking up our border head on, and this is only because our Prime Minister, these things are happening. He has decided that he wants to produce semiconductor, which has a huge cold feet to all developed country, and his determination we believe and we follow. We are son of the soil, so we understand delay is the fundamental problem in India. Delay. And this is what this government is addressing. We are in this business because we produce optical fiber, the glass business, whether it's called semiconductor, display glass, all this is a glass, is about the clean room, is about the patent, is about the technology. So we are already in this business, and there is no question where we produce glass in Taiwan, we produce in Korea, we produce in India optical fiber. So we are in this business. It's not going to be the easy task, but literally people are saying that somebody can do it, will be Vedanta. I'm just saying what I hear murmur from people, that because it requires a lot of determination, a lot of risk taking, trusting the government, trusting the people. So that's what we are doing. I'm fully committed that if we start producing display glass, what is my vision? My vision is that every 15 years old boy or girl should have a laptop as affordable price, 30,000, 40,000 rupees, a smartphone at 4,000-5,000 rupees, and a scooty. All this require semiconductor and the glass. If he has these three, he will find out his livelihood. Those days has gone where everybody has to be engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. Today everybody has a skill, and whatever is his skill and passion, he'll be able to window to the world, laptop. He can find out. So this is my vision. I will do everything, whether it's oil and gas. I'm in different business, and every business I have taken was very challenging. And only I was looking at how my country can produce this. So this thing also, if this can happen, unemployment will go away 100%, because people will be able to find out their skill and able to move forward. And it will create a huge ecosystem. Vision is to create a larger than Silicon Valley, where 50% people are Indian. They all want to come here. We had a meeting with the hundreds of Japanese. They all have signed the MOU to come and set up this their shop here. Koreans are very, very keen, because here is the market. So we are going through a tough time where people never could imagine that India will be able to produce semiconductor. And I 100% give credit to the government, which has taken such a bold step. The whole thing is talking about delay, taking a time. But we are developing country. We are democratic country. We have to use our democracy for betterment. So this is another thing which will help. Natural resource, government not to be in a business, and third is electronic. We have done.
Right. Mr. Agarwal, you spoke about delay. One last question I want to understand. What's the update with Tuticorin? What's happening there? What are your plans to go forward with it, and what stage is it at now? We see ads in the papers, all of that.
Yeah, Tuticorin again, it is a fundamental. It is only 1%, 1.2% of our total business, but it's a fundamental that we can afford anything, but we cannot afford to stop production. And it has taken almost more than 4 years. The people are suffering because hundreds of industry depend on us. The biggest authority, which is a green tribunal, has given a complete clean chit to restart the plant. They have already given a permission for us to be ready to do the maintenance and to clean up and make sure the plant is maintained very well. We have a feeling that it should happen as soon as the code happened, and they have realized maybe a few months. For me, it's not the question of profit and loss, which is very small, but thousands of industry can run and we stop import. So maybe another 2-3 months it should happen. But Anil Agarwal is the patience and understands son of the soil. And I really believe that time to come, our new entrepreneur will not face this kind of difficulties.
All right, Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for your time and candidly speaking about all the issues and sharing your vision of how India has changed over the last 14 years of ET now, and of course for decades of you being around in corporate India. Thanks so much for all your support and motivation as always. Thank you so much.
ET which has taken a lead, has supported a lot of entrepreneurs, remain positive. I've always find Nikunj Dalmia talking very positive today. You also. It is very important that we should remain very positive because for 10 years we have to make sure we support to our government, we support to our entrepreneur, and not to find fault or something which goes long way in international market and send a wrong signal.